I still occasionally watch old episodes of The Smurfs from my childhood. What can I say? I was a huge fan of this show growing up. I watched it every day after school. I always felt that most of my childhood shows have not gotten the proper justice done to them in the cinematic form since I became an adult. But that doesn't diminish how amazing the old shows still are today. So we have a new Smurfs film here, and I do not understand why critics hate this film so much. I don't think this is like the best children's film ever or anything, but it isn't as terrible as people are saying that it is in my opinion. And if that makes me the minority, well, I don't care. The story is about No Name trying to find his own identity, and once he gets magic powers after making a wish to have his own individuality, Papa Smurf is abducted by Razamel. The Smurfs then set off on a journey to find their leader and find allies in the most unlikeliest of places. The picture has a SpongeBob short at the start of it, and those are never not fun. It gives you a good warm-up. We learned right at the start about 4 books of magic. One was hidden at Smurf Village to hide it from evildoers. We then catch up with our blue friends singing their traditional La La song, then followed up with a big dance sequence where every major Smurf is identified. I thought it was a fun way to introduce them all. The song itself is kind of meh, but I like the energy of the animation. If you set aside the questions I have asked for years now about the way Smurfs procreate and a few other things, once we are on the call to adventure, we meet these weird looking dingling monster thingies that help our heroes. We meet Papa Smurf's brother, which I didn't even know he had. We meet a hierarchy of Smurfs in Paris, and a bunch of wild stuff being thrown around. It is a chaotic picture, but one with fun, lighthearted energy. There are characters who have walk-on appearances, but the soul of this movie is with No Name and Smurfette. I was able to stick with them the whole time, and it made the adventure watchable and even likable for me. My favorite section in the film is near the end when No Name and Smurfette are being chased and they're going through multi-dimensional areas. They end up going to a 8-bit realm and an anime realm, and they do the anime battle stuff, and it is so cute and hilarious. I loved it so much. I wanted it to continue longer than it did. I was worried that Gargamel and his cat Azrael were not going to be in the picture, but thankfully they are. At first they are severely downplayed, but there's a scene where Azrael is fighting with one of the servants of the main villain, and it made me smile because that was my Azrael kicking a bunch of butt. He has always been my favorite character in Smurfs. What can I say? I'm an adult and I still love these characters. Sue me. I don't like that much that Gargamel is downplayed for a long time, and the villain is a little buffoonish, but I like the message this film has about finding your own identity and your own individuality. The songs are hit or miss. Rhianna has a solo song midway through that is really awesome to watch in the moment, because let's be real here, Rhianna is a wonderful singer. I also really like the voice cast a lot too. John Goodman, Kurt Russell, which made me jump for joy hearing his voice. Octavia Spencer, James Corden as No Name. We have a huge talent pool in this animated film, and some of them may have phoned their performances in a little bit, but I think many of them did this for fun. Is this film as good as other animated films like Elio, Transformers 1, or Flow? Good grief, no. But it was nostalgic for me to see these little blue dudes walking around. There are a few sections where they are in the real world, and I thought it looked pretty decent. There is one scene in a nightclub where it looked uncanny and kind of bad, but when they are running around the streets of Paris being chased by dogs, I thought that looked convincing and added to the fun nature for me overall. The film is obviously not for adults, but I think this is a good children's movie with a strong message about friendship, good hearts overcoming evil ones, and finding your true self that made me smile just enough that I was able to look past the flaws of it being a film and just enjoy it for what it is, a slick and efficient children's picture. They're not going to be looking at the flaws of the film and the continuity being a little off. They're going to be watching the cool visuals, the vibrant colors and tone, and liking the good feeling this film leaves them with. Maybe see it for a matinee or wait for streaming, but I think this is better than most of the children's films we've gotten this summer because it doesn't feel as soulless as those. Anyone who watches this video will probably think I'm out of my mind, but that's okay. I don't really care. I also don't care what the critics say. I recommend this film for parents to take their children to see. Now, I'm sure no one past the age of 8 will care about this picture, but I guess when it comes to certain kinds of children's movies, my heart and mind will always be 8 years old. It's okay to always have that child in you. I give Smurfs a very marginal 3 stars out of 4. Call it nostalgia, call it me being off my rocker, I don't care, but I enjoyed this film for what it is, and I think kids will as well. And that is my review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Here's links to my other videos. Follow me on social media if you like. And until next time, I am Ghost.